Hi, it's Jane. Are you ready to go through a few more totes today? I know I am. First off, I have one of these value bags from probably Joann's. It's worsted weight and it is just a gray color. So that is going in the totes. I have a couple of sparkly yarns. These are Yarn Bee Gilt Eyelash in the color Kelly, and I got this at one of those Hobby Lobby's clearance sales, so there are 2 skeins of those. They're going in there. I have a one-off. I don't know what this is. Soft, but it's a gray color. It's probably one of the red hearts, or maybe it may be a out of one of these other bags, you know. Then I have a bunch of cotton, cream cottons. Remember when I got those for, I think I got them less than $1. But I have quite a few in the color, what do they call this color? Golden cream. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I think 12. So there are 12 in that tote. And then there are, no, I take that back. There are more than 12. There are 13 in this tote. And then there are 4 in the color, this is a cream cotton, in Endless Mustard. So there are 4 of those. There are, looks like there are 4 in the color Pale Orchid. So there are 4 there. And then there are 1, 2. Well, let's pull these up this way. There is a pastel pink. There are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Are you a pastel pink? 10. There are 10 of those. Then there are 2 small cakes of, this is Lenapu Knit Oxygen. These are cottons. There are 2 of those small ones. There are 2 in the color light gray. I was wrong. I had 5 of the Pale Orchid. Then there are 6 of the Ocean Celadon. There's 3 right there. And here are the other 3. And then I have a skein of Comfort DK Sport Weight. It is super fine nylon and acrylic, 50% acrylic, 50% nylon, and that is that color. It's got little pastel colors in it. All right, let me pause you and I'll get the next tote ready. Okay, I'm ready for the next tote. I don't know if we've even looked at this one or not. Somehow I don't think that we did. But then again, you never know. I received, and I'm pretty sure this was a giveaway that I had won from Loretta of Homemade with Love. And it is the Luxe Lollies. And I do know that I had received 2. But I had also found one at my local, not Ollie's, but my local Hobby Lobby when they had them. So there are 3 there. Sorry, I needed to answer that. And then I had gone to Scraps and Skeins and gotten the Whisper Soft. There are 2 in this cream colored. And then there are 3 in the color Celadon. So there are 3 there. I had one Mainstays yarn. This was a color called Old Time Country. There's a cake, and there's a partial skein there. So that is going in the tote. There are 2 of the Natural Marl by Loops and Threads. This is the color Emerald. I have 2 of those. That will go in there. I do have a pack of the Unforgettable Waves in Spices. Those are some pretty brown colors. And then I get into, I'm pretty sure this is a pull one of them out. See, and I don't have the tags with it. Pretty sure this was a yarn that was a knit crate. Maybe a cotton. It feels like cotton. But I have probably 2 cakes of that. I do have 2 skeins of the Wildflower by Red Heart. Such a pretty color. Really like the Red Heart. Maybe I have 4. Yeah, I have 4 skeins of that. So there are 4 skeins of that in this tote. There is a package of Party Pooling. And that's a nice fun color to play with. So there's that. And then I have one of the Yarnspiration Light Blue Speckle. I'm going to leave that out for that blue blanket. And then I have 2 of the Mainstays in the color Pale Blue. And these are, look at those labels. Those are way long time ago. Probably 90s. When they had this yarn, and then they did away with their brand, and now they came back with their brand, so yeah. And then I have a ton of these. I have 2 nice big cakes of this, and this is Icelandic, and yes, I do know it's Icelandic because I have 4 full skeins of that. Those 2 cakes, which I'm sure are a skein. And then I had started doing the pooling with this. Got completely bored with it and stopped, so it needs to be ripped out. But there's the rest of that full skein there. So I've got 5 skeins easily in this. And that is it for this tote. So let me get the next tote out and we'll get into it. Alright, this next tote is a little bit of a mix. And I'm going to pull the ones that are not black out because my tote says it is black. I have 1 skein of watermelon by Karen Simply Soft. I have an unknown red that looks like it's about a 3 weight. I have an unknown green, and it's soft. I don't know what it is. I'm going to set that aside to go with the greens over there. I have 1, I love this yarn in the color light peach. I have a small ball of gray. And then I have 1 skein of mainstays in the white color. And the rest of this tote is all black. It's different blacks. It's black from Karen Simply Soft, from Red Heart, Mainstays, Stitch Studio, and this is the only one that's not one of those, and that is a Color Craft Zale Orlon hand knitting acrylic fiber. That is an old one, black, and this came from the store Ames. So I probably got it for either free or pennies, you know, probably at Scraps and Games. But I've had a lot of people ask me, what do you do with your blacks? Well, I use the blacks when I am doing my Scraptastic blanket. That's what I call it. It is where I take a big hook, like say a 12 millimeter or, you know, something like that. And I will hold it together with colored yarn balls, yarn cakes. Some of those I've mixed up. And I will just hold those two together and probably chain 75 to 80. And just do half double crochet stitches all the way with both of those. And then when I need to add a black, I add another black in. And I add another color yarn in when it needs to be added in. And I just follow through with those on the blankets. And they come out amazing, and you really don't have to worry about matching your blacks. You know, blacks and whites, we have problems matching us many times unless you're using one brand solely. And even then, you know, when Red Heart changed their formula, the white was off a little bit, so there was a difference there. But that's generally what I do with a lot of my whites, or I use them in between color blocks, because normally you cannot tell the difference in those yarns whatsoever anyway. So I'm going to close up this tote. It is marked black, and it's going to stay black. And let me get the next tote. Okay, this one is quite a bit of a mix, so I'm going to break them up a little bit. Because I do have a smaller tote here that really needs to be filled. So I am going to break those apart just a bit. I do have a Craft Smart in the color fuchsia, so that will go in this tote. I have a Stitch Studio, most likely pale pink cake here. I do have a unknown, but I'm sure this is one of those from Hobby Lobby. So I'm sure it's one of the, what do they call that one that's, is it jeans? I'm trying to think of the name of the color. But it's got the little bit of the variegation in it. So that is going in there. I have a partial skein of Mainstays Blue. And that is going in this tote. And boy howdy, we're going to get into a whole bunch of colors. I'm going to put these colors in there. I have an orange. I have no clue what that is other than it's red heart. I think it might be carrot. Then I have 2 red hearts in the color gold. I have 1 Craft Smart in the color butter. That's a real pretty color. I like that color. It's going in there. I have 3 skeins of I Love This Chunky in the color Spice. So those are going in this tote. And like I said, I'm breaking this one up quite a bit. There is also a Vanna's Choice in the color Rust. There is this feels like a red heart, probably gold. Yep, looks like it's gold. I have a purple, and I'm sure that's Amethyst by Red Heart. I have a partial of a peach or pink. I don't know what that is. Feels like it's a red heart. I have a Super Saver in the color Iran. That will go in that tote as well. Let's see. This one's a little off. This is Off-White by Red Heart. It is a super soft, so that's going in the tote. I have a Stitch Studio Antique White, which I don't think is the same thing as the Gentle White. I think it's a little bit of an off color. That is going in the tote. I have some kind of this. I'm not sure what that is. It's got a bit of a fuzziness to it. So it might, sorry about that, the battery died. This most likely is a Stitch Studio White, so that is going in the tote. I think I have room for these 3. These are all white. This is, I Love This Yarn. Well, this one is pastels. It's got the little different color dots in it. Hope you can see that. It's going in there. And then I have 2 of the white. And that's going in this tote. And then this tote will be complete because it'll be full. And then I am going to tell you what I have in the rest of this tote. I've got 3 of the Craft Smart in the color white. I have 3 of those. And that will go back into this one tote. I have, let's see. You're not Red Heart. You are a Mainstay White. And then I have several of the Red Heart Whites. And I have a couple of cakes of the Red Heart Whites as well. So that is that tote. And let me get the next one ready so we can look into it. This next tote has a lot of reds and rust colors in it. I have 2 skeins of I Love This Yarn in the color burnt pumpkin. And I have one that is this color and it feels like a red heart. Probably pumpkin or burnt sienna. Who knows? Could be either or. I have 2 skeins of I Love This yarn in, I think it's just red. Yep, red. Find it interesting to see these skeins that I have. I have 2 of these and I don't know what they are. They almost feel like they're some kind of soft and shiny. Look at that dark rust color. It's gorgeous though. Make a great fall blanket, wouldn't it? I have this feels like red heart that looks like it might be brick. I don't know if you remember brick color, but it was supposed to simulate brick. And then there's this odd mauve color, feels like a red heart. It may have been brick as well. I have, let's see, 1, 2, that's not hollyberry. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the red heart with love in the color hollyberry. And hollyberry is such a pretty color. And this yarn is soft, guys. Really soft. See if I can get this tote arranged a little bit better. Skeins ain't cooperating, folks. I have 2. Do you remember when Discount Yarns? And they had that one sale that you got a skein, each skein for $1. Only it wasn't $1, you got 5 in a pack for $1. This was some of that Main Street yarn in the shiny and soft. And this is called Deep Red. I have 2 of those. And I was surprised because I had ordered probably $50, $60 worth of yarn at that time in all the different colors I could get. And I had so much yarn and I was like, wait a minute, something's not right. Got 60 packs of 5 and it only cost me $60 plus, I don't know, maybe $10 shipping, if that. And I was like, what's going on? So I went back and looked at the ad. And apparently, yeah, that's what it was selling for at that time. Then they changed it to $1 per skein, which still was a magnificent price. But I had so much yarn, I took over half of it to the Prayer Shawl Ministry and just donated it because I knew I had way too much. Then I have one big 1-pounder of the Karen in the color rose. And that is going in there. Now I have a cake here, and I have no clue what it is. It's probably a Karen cake, because as you can tell, it's got the blue label, and I got that at Michael's. So it's one of those Karen cakes, and that is going in the tote. Now I have, boy, do I have a mix in here. I have 2 skeins of the Stitch Studio Classic in the color Raindrops. Those are going in the tote. I thought this was all just reds and rust. It's not. Get that in there. Get down in there, buddy. Behave. And then I have some Stitch Studio in the color Sky Leaf Mix. So there is that. I have 3 of the I Love This yarn in the colorway Blossomopolis. I love that color, and it's a fun word to say. So there are 3 there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to put all this in this one. I may have to put it in, the rest of this in with the white. Nope, I have 4 of those. That Blossomopolis. Now this is a yarn that I have used many times for baby sweaters, and it's the Baby Bee Soft and Sleek. It's a low pill fiber, and it is in the color Grasshopper. So I have 5 of those. That is going in there. And then this tote is going to be full. So let me get it out of the way. And pull this other one back so I can finish filling it up. There is one Stitch Studio Classic in the color Impressions. This was, I think, their knockoff of Monet by Red Heart, if I remember correctly. And it's a pretty color. Really pretty. I have 2 I Love This yarn in the colorway Meadow Dance. Should I put that with the blues? Nah. I think I'll be okay for the blues. Then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the Vanna's Choice in the color Purple Mist. There are 4 there. And get the other 2. Five and 6. And that is it for this round of totes. I've kind of gone through quite a few, and I hope you enjoyed seeing them. Hope you enjoyed looking at what's in those totes. Yeah. Alright guys, that is it for the tote for this week. Alright, I'll see you a little bit later in the week. Maybe I'll do another couple round of totes. Alright, bye for now.